Hello, welcome back. Last time I finished running through the first level of my hold here. So I've been kind of racking my brain trying to remember where the inspiration for this level came from. I want to say this was built somewhere around the time I was replaying the 12 Days of Christmas. And there was that one room in Dragonfogel's entry. What was it called? The one where you get gifts for everybody. Anyway, it involved something about goblins and shallow water and constructs and ormites and how the interactions between those elements worked. Like goblins go on ormites but not shallow water, constructs go in shallow water but not ormites. I think something about thinking about that room led me to making a whole level themed around goblins and shallow water, and then it kind of turned into this. So down on this next level, I think I built this entire level plus the first couple of rooms of this level this coming level here, before I really figured out what I was doing with this hold. This is just kind of building rooms and seeing what happens. And what happened was this hold. Anyway, Fortified Cellar. Beetho's curiosity led him down the stairs. The contract only mentioned goblins on the surface. What's with this stairway? He mused. Well, if I'm stranded here anyway, might as well be thorough about it. Wouldn't want them claiming I didn't finish the job and trying to stiff me on the payment. The underground area didn't look anything like he expected. Jeebus, Gentry, what's going on down here? So, the seed of an idea for this level came from the fact that I hadn't used Gentry at all in outings with a Delver, and I wanted to do something with them, to see what it would be like to actually use them in rooms. Also, I'm pretty sure I put in level return text. Beether returned to the surface. Maybe my ride will be here, he thought to himself. I can just forget what I saw down there and leave. His ride's not here, oh no. Alright, anyway. Right, and that level intro text only shows once. Well, if you miss it, I guess. You have to restore if you want to see it again. I don't know, it's this weird conflict, like, I don't want it to show again and have him exclaim again in surprise at the Gentry, but, like, I also don't want it to be too missable. I don't know. It's a compromise. That was the way I chose to do that compromise. Anyway, yeah, so the initial part of this room, I just kind of automatically did the moves that would get me through there. Initial part of this has kind of a nasty little Gentry snap trap in it. So if you do anything other than the very specific thing I want you to do here, which is this, you won't get through. Right. So, yeah, Gentry heads, blocked with sword, so you can sneak through here. This one has a cracked, broken wall. This was a room that went through some revisions, has a harder version that we might be seeing later. This is the easier version of it. I need to remember how it works, though. This is here for a reason. Of course, there's a Wraithwing, an Evil Eye, and an Evil Eye. Pressure plate releases Wraithwing. Wraithwing has a place to get trapped. These two pressure plates have to be continuously held for Beethro to get in here and stab this Evil Eye. And things that can hold pressure plates in this room include Beethro, who's out because he has to be where these doors are, one Evil Eye, and a Gentry and its chain. Evil Eye is going to be pretty squirrely, so it's probably going to be the Gentry and its chain holding this down. Now, what do I do with this Evil Eye? Let's see. I need somebody's assistance in freeing this Gentry because I can't just walk up and break that wall myself, can I? Hi, Evil Eye. I'll deal with you later. I can, but I die on the same turn, so no, I can't. Okay, so let's see. I think if I press this pressure plate, there's no set of moves I can make, even if I wait here and try to chase the Wraithwing around, etc. No set of moves I can make to get out without trapping the Wraithwing. So the way to solve that problem is to let somebody else press the plate, and the only somebody else I currently have access to is the Evil Eye. And it's on the wrong side of me, of course! This classic problem that keeps on coming up. Wait, how do I deal with that? That's a good question. How do I deal with that? Let's see, I can awaken you from a bit farther away. What if I just rush? I think I want to rush, maybe? Here we go. Okay, rushing helps. There's some potential for holding the Gentry chain with the Evil Eye. This is what this bush is for, by the way. Let's go around one more time and get some space, I guess. There we go. And I need to face... Do I need to face north? Or will south do? No, I need to face north. Okay. Complicated maneuver. Alright, so now I have an arbitrary amount of distance with the Evil Eye. I want about that much. Really? No, no, no. Right, it's not that the Evil Eye presses the plate for me, which would only be possible if I could get it on the west with a lot of distance with me on the east. That's obviously not going to happen. It's that the Evil Eye holds the Wraithwing in place so it doesn't go in the pit. That's how it is, so I want a little more distance. Not quite that much. This much. There we go. Alright, so Evil Eye is a Wraithwing lock. Now that I have you, I can use you to free the Gentry Eye, and the Evil Eye's job appears to be done, so let's just get rid of it. So how do I use the Wraithwing to free the... Oh, that's right. Now I'm seeing what's happening here, and I think I can lock it in place there, and sneak in here. There we go. Okay, so Gentry Eye's stuck. Gentry Eye's free. Wraithwing's gonna go back to his little trap space if I don't do something about it. So let's do something about it. Does this count as doing something about it? Maybe? Sure. Can I also just stab the Wraithwing at this point? I think I might not need it anymore. Let's try. See if I regret that decision. That might be the only thing I needed you for. How am I with respect to the Gentry Eye? Not the right way around, because I need to do some chain wrapping here. I need a stable, something. Something stable with a chain to, be able to, go where I need to go. Okay, this should do. There we go. Okay. Now, I don't remember the direction of chain wrapping. Let's try north to south and see how it goes. I think I'm going to bring the head here. This feels about right. Yeah, there we go. Okay, nice little stable Gentry Eye package. All wrapped up, and now I can leave. Cool. Okay, this room. This one's fun. This one's very silly, and I like it. So there's an Ontlik locked away here. Obviously, he's going to have a job. Gentry Eye head. Stuck in there. What's the Gentry Eye head for? So if he moves ever, I get locked in. How would he move ever? Okay. So all of these pressure plates in front of Seep deactivate those force arrows. So not only do I get locked in when this happens, but a Gentry Eye also eats me. How terrible. So I do have to manually stab the Seep, though. They have obstacles, so they can't go anywhere. No one else can do any damage to them. So I'm going to need this Ontlik to help me out. And, stand in the way for just long enough. Okay, right, this dance. Just long enough that I can deal with a Seep. Yeah, okay. So I can go around and it's actually more comfortable to go the other direction. Let's see, will you stay there if I... Well, yes. See, now the Ontlik kills me. So I need you facing farther away, and I've chosen the wrong direction of rotation. I guess I can reverse it. By letting you do this, I move here and you... No, I can't. No, no, no. It is this direction that works. Never mind. I had it right all along. Or, I can do that. I'd like my sword a different direction. I can arrange that. I think. In theory. Sure. I don't have time now. Can I gain time? Well, now you're looking the wrong way. Did I gain time? No, I didn't. Alright, so what's the trick then? There's a trick like... I can go around this way. Maybe that's the trick. There we go. That works. So all the way around the circle. Then I have time to get on, get off. Gentry Eye hasn't moved. Ontlik hasn't moved. And I can reposition him and do that 3 more times. There's a little bit of a mechanical theme to this level. Can put my sword in the Gentry Eye all I want. Alright, so I want to face a way that I'm not currently facing. I need to move. Yep, doing an oblique dance here. It's a little awkward. Gonna go all the way around the circle, I guess? I somehow ended up rotating the wrong way. If I do this, now if the Gentrii ever goes in one of these middle arrows, then he's just stuck forever. Gentrii, oblique. They don't even start with the same letter this time, and yet I still managed to mix them up. Alright, so I can stun you, and gain a turn for turning my sword. I'm gonna wait a moment. This is starting to look close to what I want, but it's not yet. Let's go fast. You turn that way this time. I don't have time to turn and do that, but let's go around again. There we go. Perfect. Alright, and just repeat a couple more times. I'll go here, you'll go there, you'll do it again. I'd rather not. I'll go... sure, that works. Okay, less okay. Alright, this one I think I might be able to get away with just doing this. Yes, I can. There we go. I found a different way. That's theoretically okay if I turn you all the way around. I'm managing to do each one of these differently, which is fine. That's not, though. I don't want to have stepped there, I guess. So I'd rather be like this. Just kind of fiddle around with the oblique until it works. That's the way I solve the room, apparently. Yeah, you're rotating that way. That's perfect. My sword is not, but it's not actually good enough. Okay, so just wait a moment. Do it again. And there we go. Thanks, oblique. You did your job well. Alright, I can go north or south. I happen to know south is the way to a dead end. Okay, right, so scroll. Note, the wobble moves before the Gentrii. Alright, so we're getting to move order already. This room went through some revisions. This one did not. This one stayed, well, only just like aesthetics and stuff. This one stayed pretty much the same once I got the initial concept down. This used to have some pointless rock golem dance down at the bottom for getting the wobba out. I replaced it with a more thematically appropriate trapdoor puzzle. The only trapdoor puzzle like this in the hold, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. So right, idea is I want the wubba here. Is there a trapdoor gate here somewhere? Hold on, why do I... Ah, the wubba has to come from the south, that's right. So if I want some help here, which I'm gonna because there's a wily Gentrii head in there and I have to do another four-corner thing, facing away from it. Like, I can just leave, but now there are live evil eyes in there. Okay, right, yeah, so the idea with this trapdoor puzzle is to reposition the wubba to west of where it currently is, or an equivalent amount south, so that it can come in here and help me with the Gentrii. Now... how do I do this again? So I would want it against a pit here. So if I just go in from on the very south, and do this, that works. Okay, that's literally the entire thing. Okay, cool. I think I had a slightly more complicated way to do that when I first built this, but I found a simpler one. Neat. Alright, so wubba friend, you're gonna help me with this Gentrii somehow. And again, this dance is pretty specific, I seem to recall. So I need to be careful what I do, and I'm gonna have to remember some dance moves. I think I can get this evil eye like this now. Ooh. I no longer think that, because that looks bad. How was it? The wubba moves before the Gentrii? Yeah, so now I'm stuck. And there's nothing I can do to get them, to get my protection back. So I think I need, it's like because of vertical preference, I need the wubba in the column instead of the row that would protect me. Something like that. Alright, so there are shuffles that I can do here. That didn't really affect anything. I can switch sides like this. Yeah, that's an easy one to do, but yeah, this is a failure state, so you never want to see that. So what I need to do is to get this, something like this going? Actually, yeah, that works. Great. Okay. And then because the wubba moves before the gentry eye, I can reposition that way. I remember when I played this room, there was something... Somehow it was easier to get from like one corner to the opposite corner than from one corner to an adjacent corner. So like I have to do a different flip to get to these two, but there's something simple I can do right here. That's it. Okay. So I got to that one. Alright, so now I need to flip around. Basically, I need what I have here, but farther north. Okay. Can I just, like, do that? No, not exactly. Because if I do this, I end up one more west. Isn't that good enough? I don't think it is. And I can't just move the wubba north, because stepping into that column kills me. I can put the gentry eye there, but that's also no good. Alright, so yeah, there's a flip I have to do somehow, and I forget how. I think that is also a failure state, so if the wubba's ever in this position, then that's no good. Alright, so what do I do here? I need to, like, be able to switch sides during this whole process, but now I'm just back in this state again. Okay, so how do I gain what I need to gain here? Hold on, isn't this... Okay, no, I can move you there. Wait, isn't this one of my failure states? I think it is. Okay. Okay. But this one's okay. I don't know about that. I don't know, I think I got myself stuck already. How did I do that? Okay, so we're good here. I want to do this move. Okay, yeah. So, like, center column's pretty good. Center column, you there. I mean, I can do this now, but I can't go anywhere after that. Oh, here we go. This is good. Okay, that's the one. I made a... I flipped. I didn't flip. Here I flipped, I think? Yes, okay. So that should be flipped over. I can get the gentry eye around me, wubba where it needs to go, and I'm safe. Here we go. Now I can do the easier flip to the other axis. I need to actually make this move. It feels weird. You have to kind of think ahead and know the move order. Move order is very important here to understand what's going to be safe. Yeah, it's not like the orthogonal move feels way more natural, but it's the diagonal one I really want. Okay, and now I can leave. Neat. And wubba and gentry eye get to make friends in there and spend an eternity with each other. Alright. This room went through exactly one revision. I added this extra corner on the fluff blob here. Should be pretty obvious what this is about. We got deep water here, shallow water here, ortho squares. So since they're ortho squares, I have to approach orthogonally and tap diagonally and exit orthogonally. So I need a few turns to spend time doing stuff here. So this one I can just kill. And once again, gotta do all four corners like that. So by reforming this fluff, I need basically an L shape in all the orientations here. And it's very easy to lose a puff. Okay, so what's the most straightforward way? I have a staff, so I can just whack the Gentrii around and stun it. All I want, pretty much. Okay, here we go. This worked out, I think. Yes, it did. Neat. Alright, so now I have to actually get you to stay in your place, which I have not done yet. My staff is all wrong. Okay, so what if I push you like that and then escape like this? That works. Okay. Alright, let's do that again a couple of times. So now it changes because of vertical preference, although not too much. So what did I do last time? I'm not entirely sure. And it also makes a difference what clock tick I happen to be on when I break the fluff. Both of those just happen to be very friendly to me. Okay, great. This is working out better than this room usually goes. If I get unlucky with my clock ticks, I remember this can sometimes be kind of annoying. I really want you on the other side of me, and I can do that, because I have a staff. There we go. Alright, once more. I think I have a good pattern here. So I pull out the Gentrii from the way that's clockwise from where I am. Break this way. Get a good clock tick. Once again, I got it right on a multiple of 5. So that way I can make it over here before the puffs move. Okay. Well, hey. Found an easy way to do this room. Nice. There we go. And that's an easier way to position the Gentrii. Okay. Now just stay out of my way as I leave. Neat. It wanted to come with me and be my pet. Alright, I could do one more probably. Yes, so it was possible to do this without the extra corner on the fluff blob here, but it was way more annoying because those breaks that I made would have spawned 3 puffs at once, and then I'd have to have changed the center of like where this thing was. It's just a whole lot friendlier with a slightly larger fluff blob than strictly necessary. You can do it. I mean, I technically I could have put a challenge scroll there saying break the southwest corner of fluff before doing anything else, but that wouldn't be any fun. Speaking of challenges that would be no fun, this room used to have one that I took out because it was no fun and I hated doing it every time I tested this hold. Yeah, so sometimes a challenge just doesn't work out and it's better to leave it out of the hold because it was actively worse by its inclusion when it was here. So long Gentrii chain, place I can break it, and Evil Eyes on Ormites, well protected, that I have to kill somehow. So if I try to just go in there... Yeah, I can walk all over here except that spot where I die, but I can't do anything to them. Bump them very hard. So... the realization that needs to be made here is that Gentrii chains are kind of like orthosquares, and a chain snaked through here and through here will protect me when I'm standing on this spot and the Evil Eyes awaken. Then I can lure them out and actually kill them. The challenge that used to be here was to break the crumbly block before doing anything else. I think it was before stepping into this column or something. Yeah, and that's how you do anything, because you got to get the Gentrii out. There was something that was easier about it staying chained up, so let's see if I can figure that out. If I get it in here... this chain is long and it's going to get in the way of stuff. If I... okay, let's see. I'm going to need you different... okay. You got enough chain to your south that making this southward step causes you to step east instead of being able to continue south. So that's how I changed your direction relative to me. And I think this little wrapping post is for exactly this purpose. Okay, that's looking good. Could I have left you chained up and done all this? Yes, I could have. The end of your chain never moved. Let's do that. since again, that's the easier way. Okay, so you come down, you come up, you get a chain to your south, wrap around the wrapping post. By the way, that what previously was a challenge is now impossible. I had to add an extra evil eye up here as an obstacle that you could wrap the chain around for some operation. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was impossible without that. So yeah, it's just properly gone. Don't need to think about it anymore. There we go. All chained up in a safe spot. Awaken. And yeah, due to how tightly this is wrapped around that post, I'm never able to unwrap it, right? I think even if I were to be able to teleport in here, maybe I could get at this evil eye. I think I even still couldn't. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's more than 3 chain segments that would need to move for that. Yeah, those evil eyes would not be killable. Alright, so we're unwrapping partially. Gotta unwrap a little more. Yeah, here we go. I seem to remember this is how it usually goes. Gentry chases me out of the room, and I just have to kind of kill the evil eyes on my way out. There we go. Okay. Stuck here with Rochet. You smelly! Stay other side of cage. So there were goblins here for Beethra to exterminate. Good thing he came down here. So yeah, a bunch of monsters are all caged up in here. Including a Gentry that I can get out when I want like this. So this room is kind of very different from most of the other stuff on the level, honestly, in the entire hold. I was surprised because I found this to be a nice break from everything else. It's fairly open-ended, you can kind of just do whatever you want, go around in circles for a while. So the trick here is these open up doors and get kind of progressively farther away from the thing you want to access. So like I can't get anything here on my own. I can get a goblin here on my own. Can't get to the seep. If I could switch sides with the goblin, which I kind of failed to do, then I could do something. So my surprise here was that everyone who played this hold after it came out apparently found this, like, to be by far the hardest room in the level. So apparently it was more of a problem than I thought it was. I haven't taken the Gentry yet. I can take that at any time. I think my tradition... Okay, the goblin must go after this evil eye, because otherwise you'd be awake. I can accumulate an evil eye. I can't really collect that roach unless I had been facing north. Can I have done that? I can. Alright, I collected another monster, and I think I can kill the seep now, not without dying. Alright, is my monster train long enough to collect a spider? No, spider collection requires that to be held. This looks like an empty cell when you walk in, but of course it has a spider in it. I gained a space. Still not enough to do a run-by seep kill. But that should be enough to get a spider. It's not, because of my sword. Okay. And I think I can change my sword, but I'll have to go all the way around for it. Fine. Alright, monster train. Doesn't actually get a spider, but at least the spider dies. I don't get a wubba either. I should have taken the Gentry earlier. Why did I not? That would have made more sense. Oh hey, goblin, yeah, you're coming around. Maybe it'd be best to have you at the front, because I can control your distance from me a little bit better than these others. Except move order makes that hard, doesn't it? Seems to. Okay, well, maybe that won't happen. Let's collect an evil eye. This one can't be collected, I'll just have to kill it. The seep is still alive. Goblin's still with me. I can enter the spider cage if I want to. I don't think I want to. Another room. This used to have some pointless mechanism in here so that you had to enter the spider cage and like hit an orb or something. I forget how it worked though. It wasn't very good, so I changed it. This will require me to kill an evil eye. I have some extra distance with respect to the goblin right now, but that's not enough to... Oh, right, and the other trick is that this is all the way against a wall. So I would need a full queue of monsters here, plus a little bit. Yeah, so not getting the Gentry Eye first was a bit of a mistake there. So let's do that. There was also another thing about this room where, like, for some reason, when I tested it, it was usually easier to enter from the south just because of something about the way the goblin and the roach ended up moving around each other. I forget how that worked, though. And I'm pretty sure that's not necessary for the actual final room. Let's have the Gentry Eye a little closer, actually. Paradoxically, I think that's going to be safe. Well... Well, if I lose an evil eye, I can do that, but I want to keep it alive. And yeah, okay, so I'm having survival problems. If I go this way like this, Goblin gets me. Yeah, that's why it's better to have the roach on the other side of it. Yeah, that was just sort of a trick that I discovered after playing the room a whole bunch. It's not signposted in any way, and again, it's not necessary for the final solution, but I'm going to do it just because I happen to know about it here. There. So you're in that order now. Will you stay or will you reorder? Yeah, that's basically stayed. Kinda. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so the roach protects me? Kinda? And I collected both. Oh, and I somehow collected the spider because the Gentry Eye chain was long enough to hold it down, and my sword was in the perfect way to actually get it without killing it. Alright, is my monster train long enough to get the Omplic now? Like, the Omplic's kind of the tricky one. I need to wait for this Gentry Eye to make it all the way out. I think my monster train is long enough that they won't make it around this corner. Ooh. Okay. Interesting things are happening. I'd like them not to happen that way. I might have to kill one. And with the chain being the last thing in the row here, unless the Gentry Eye head just lands there... Oh, well, it didn't even make it around. With the chain being the last thing in the row, it won't make it onto that plate. Yeah, like it'll make it on if I do this. Oh, yeah, that's good enough. There we go. Omplic's dead. That's the tricky one. Wubba's optional. I can get to it if I have a long enough chain, but I'm just going to leave it where it is. Now, I'm looking at this, though. There's a secret room accessed from here, by the way. You might have noticed that secret wall, and this mechanism here. Do I have to have this room uncleared to access the secret? Because only the Gentry Eye and the Wubba would stay if I cleared it. I think I need to get into that Wubba chamber, don't I? Like, before I clear this, I think. Let's try clearing it and see if that's true. Can I hide in here? Maybe. Gentry Eye's in there clogging up the place. Meaning I can never get out. Okay. I still have this distance, which lets me sneak in here if my sword were different. Sure. Yeah, so I think this will get me a room clear. But I might miss out on some secret access doing things this way. Alright, you know what? Turns out this room is kind of tricky. So Goblin's useful for that. Gentry Eye got himself trapped. Yeah, I can clear the room. Can I, like, release the Gentry Eye and... have it at a distance and get it to help me get to the Wubba's chamber, maybe? That's not completely implausible. Except it kind of is. Yeah, it kind of is. Okay, guess I have to reset again. Right, because, okay, the Wubba pressure plate is all the way over here. Unless I can get a Gentry Eye at that distance. Maybe I can. So let's at least rewind to where the Gentry Eye trapped itself and not let that happen. Somehow. Okay, done. Let's see, shouldn't this plate have popped up? I guess there was a spider there and it didn't let it. Right, I'm safe here because of ortho squares. That protects me. Goblin came in here. That might be fine. Well, it's not because I die. Okay, but again, I'm safe from the seep, but the Gentry Eye is about to let things in. Okay. Now I'm trapped. Alright, you know what? Turns out this room is kind of tricky. Fair enough. Can you help me with this, Chain Boy? I don't think you can. Nope. Chain Boy's gonna move. Alright. Well, so from this partial clear state, can I get to the Wubba? No, I need a long monster. Oh wait, yes. Okay, that's the pressure plate. Alright. Well, I'm at the Wubba. If I open this... No, there's a trapdoor there. Why did I make this inaccessible after clearing the room? There's no room clear gate or anything, so yeah, I have to go in here now. Alright, fine. I guess I have to access the secret before I actually clear the room. That seems regrettable. But that's what's happening. Alright, I'll see you next time to follow the secret path to where it goes and actually clear this room, and we can move on to the end of the level.